Hey guys, what's going on? Remon Azab here, aka Remon, from TeamSkunk, guest or co-star on the co-host on the LordSkunk.com live streams. Just coming at you with another video. I actually tried to record this one the other day, and I actually published it and put it out. So some of you may have gotten a notification that I posted a video. I had to make it private because I didn't have any audio on the video. I recorded the entire video on mute. So yes, yes, I did that. But yeah, it was actually pretty cool. It's kind of like the best song in the world. It was a great video, but you guys will never be able to tell. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that it was one of the best videos I've done. But basically, wanted to go over the same stuff I went over in that video. Just wanted to cover the B2 Battle Droid and kind of give him a review. I know some of you guys out there just want to see whether he's worth the investment or not, and just kind of to get an all-around picture on whether this guy can be effective in either a PvP match or you know that kind of thing. Now, another thing I discussed in that video was challenges. Now, let me just take a look and see where I'm at right now. Okay, this challenge actually really doesn't do the justice for me to show you what I meant, but just to give you an example here, if you go to possible rewards, you'll notice that the blue gear here, the MK4 BAW Armor Mod Salvage, is no longer available at the top tier of the challenges, right? So you can't get it anymore in tier 4, which can be problematic if you need those. Now, these MK4s are actually pretty plentiful in the game, so you can actually, just by simming a few matches, there's one actually for 6 energy that gives you a chance to get 2 of them each time you try to get it. So that those are pretty easy to get. But in the other challenges, like the tank challenge and in the healer challenge, you're getting the MK3 droid callers, which are the silver ones, the blue droid callers. Those are actually needed by almost every single character in the game, and they're not very plentiful. You see these. I only have 2 characters that need these right now, but you can see some of the stuff is now in this particular challenge. All the stuff in the top tier here, tier 4, is necessary, but excuse me, in the old challenges, in the in the other challenges, like the healer challenge and the tank challenge, you're getting stun guns, which I have hundreds of, and many characters don't need. You're getting the electro binoculars, which I've never seen needed before, and you're just getting a bunch of stuff that really is unnecessary. And the stuff that you actually used to get in the tier 2 challenges is what you really need, which is those MK3 droid callers, and also those MK5. I'm not sure what they're called offhand. They look like little tree stumps. I'm sorry. These MK5 Lornar power cell salvage. This, you can see, is needed by almost everyone. These, no one, right? These, one person. Ventress, which I'm probably never going to level up. But you can see that the stuff that you need is actually the stuff that you don't get anymore. So you got to go back and do those older challenges to get some of the new the gear that you need for the newer guys. Here, these are the MK3 droid callers I'm talking about. Now you do need the hypo syringes here, the MK6 hypo syringes, so those are cool. But I don't need any more of these MK5 laptops, and these I've got 200 of. These MK3s here, although I do have a few here that I've bought from shipments and such, everybody needs these. So, I mean, you got to go back and do the tier 2 challenges to get those. So it kind of seems counterproductive to me. I feel like they should include those MK3 droid callers in the newer challenges. Let's say instead of these MK5s, because personally, we just don't need them. And it sucks to have to make the choice of whether they get these MK3 droid callers or the MK6 hypo syringes, because I kind of need them both. So I wish I could do a challenge that gave me both. You know, instead of having to choose each time, what do I need more, the MK6s or the MK3s? It's just something I've noticed. Some of you may have noticed that already. I just, you know, when I was paying attention to it, I realized that, you know, most of the time now when I'm doing the challenges, pretty much almost every time I'm doing the tier 2 challenges now just to get the old stuff. And that may be just me, I don't know, but it's more so because I've ran out of them because I'm leveling up characters, you know, from the beginning now. So I'm, you know, I have a decent amount of characters that are still at the lower level that I'm trying to level up, you know what I mean? So I have like my Ewoks that I'm working on down here. You can see I have, I did manage to get Jawa Engineer, even though he's only 4 stars. I did manage to get Jawa Engineer to Gear 9. He doesn't need any uncraftable gear, or I'm sorry, any raid gear really to get to Gear 9. So, but once you get him to Gear 9, he needs both a MK5 droid caller and a Nubian tech. So he's going to be a while. I'm going to be working on him for a while. But the droid team is coming into place here. I mean, you know, again, just piece by piece over the next few weeks, I'm sure I'll get it together. Get him more shards and. You know, my B2 battle droid right there, still working on him. I was able to get his abilities to level 6 and, you know, level 5 on his other 2. Really won't be able to see how good he is, to be honest with you, until this unique is maxed out, because that's what gives him the turn meter. Right now I have it at 31% chance to gain 100% turn meter. At max it's a 40% chance to gain 100% turn meter, and that's really the beauty of this character. Because, I mean, every time anybody on your team is either attacked or evaded by one of their attacks, or one of their attacks is evaded, the B2 battle droid has a 40% chance to get 100% turn meter. And those things occur so much in a match, especially when you're talking about fighting against, let's say, an old Ben lead or a Count Dooku lead, that you do get a lot of, you know, evasion. You know, plus you're talking about every time Count Dooku goes ahead and attacks you twice, you're talking about 2 chances. It's pretty much an 80% chance there that you're going to get 100% turn meter for B2. Now, another cool thing about his kit, I was kind of, I'll tell you, I was kind of dismissive on the character initially when I first opened him up for you guys. I know I was kind of like not so excited about him, but the more I've seen videos on him and the more I've you know, tried him out myself, he doesn't do a lot of damage, but he has a pretty cool toolkit. You see this ability here, deal physical damage to all enemies and dispel all positive status effects on them with a 65% chance to also inflict buff immunity for 2 turns. That means that, you know, if he inflicts a buff immunity, there's not a lot of characters that do that. Buff immunity will basically prevent anybody from being able to stealth, prevent anybody from being able to taunt. If they have a taunt, it will dispel the taunt. If they're stealthed, like Tebow or Leia, it will unstealth the character. So that's very cool. I mean, if you're fighting against a team that has Royal Guard, you know, he's your anti-Royal Guard. You know, he's going to go ahead and dispel that taunt. He's going to dispel, you know, Stormtrooper Han. He's going to unstealth Leia. He's going to unstealth Tebow. It's a great way to expose some of those characters that, you know, can sometimes try to, you know, stealth or shield the rest of their team with a taunt. So that's really cool that he has that tool. And his basic is pretty basic. I mean, that's the definition. Now you can inflict evasion down for 2 turns. At max, I'm only seeing, you know, a couple of thousand damage with his basic, so he doesn't really put a hurting on you with his basic. Now I don't have him maxed out at you know, gears, you know, at gear 10 with you know, level 7 abilities with omegas on top of that. So we won't really be able to tell, or I won't be able to tell personally how great he is until we've seen that, and I really haven't seen it in any of the videos I've seen. So we won't be able to tell exactly you know, how good he looks in a match until he's maxed out. But you know, the stats are there, and you can kind of read on swgoh.gg where he's going to get to at max. And Power level wise, again, like as far as his damage is concerned, it doesn't look like it's going to be too impressive. But the other tools make him impressive, and especially in part of this new team that I'm thinking about putting together or planning on putting together, which is this Jawa engineer team with with the rest of the droids. He could be a key component to that. There's no other Dispel in there besides him, so he could definitely be a key component to that team. Plus, we're talking about a lot of turn meter in that team because you get turn meter with the HK lead, you get turn meter with Jawa Engineer, and he's going to get 100% turn meter every time anybody's attacked. So it could mesh well synergy wise. Now I don't know for sure. I'm gonna level him up and get him there. So when my team is ready, he's gonna get a chance to get a crack and see if he works. Otherwise, I'll substitute him for another droid, whether that be IG-88 or IG-86. But definitely, definitely excited about him a lot more than I was when I initially got him. So hopefully, when I get him to the point that he's ready, he'll be able to be a producer for me out there in PvP. Now, wanted to also go over this Empire event. I never got a chance to do that. That was initially my plan on my last video, was to go over that a little bit as well. It wasn't released by the time we were done doing the B2 battle droid. So first, let's go ahead and try out this B2 battle droid and Galactic Wars here, so you guys can get a chance to see him in action, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the Empire Awards. You can see here I didn't finish my GW yesterday. I fell asleep, unfortunately. Wasn't able to get it done. Well, that wasn't yesterday. Sorry, that was the day before. But let's get into this match here. Alright, the team should still be here from the last video I did. Nope. Okay. So let's take these guys out. I'm going to go ahead with the droid team. So that's an HK lead with General Grievous. We're talking about IG-86. We're talking about the B2 battle droid. And the Jawa engineer. Now just bear in mind here, all the ability levels for these guys are not all the way maxed. The only one I have maxed is General Grievous. IG-86 is almost there. I believe he's at all level 6 abilities. But Jawa Engineer is at all level 3 abilities. HK-47, except for his leader, is at all level 3 abilities. So, and you saw where we were at with B2. So we're just, this is not this team at max potential here. We are going to be fighting the first round here of GW, so we should be able to get through it with no problem. But definitely just want to give you a quick taste of B2 and what he can do. And so I'm not, so we're actually seeing what the team does when you're talking about facing the team or on defense. I'm going to auto the battle so you can see how that looks. Okay. So let's get into the match here. Alright, so now I'm going to press the auto button. You see Jawa Engineer here is going to get to go first. So the first attack he'll do will be this Recalibrate, which when maxed out will give more turn meter, but all allies gain critical chance up for 2 turns. Jawa and Droid allies also gain 34% turn meter. So this will basically boost everybody's turn meter up so that they get to go before anybody else. So let's go ahead and press the auto button here and see what happens. So That dispelled the taunt. General Grievous hits pretty hard. Now again, that was against, you know, a weak team, so there's no way to say that that team is ready for a PvP match right now. But you can see where the makings of a good team are coming. I mean, I think that again, we're going to get a little bit of a better challenge here. Now, this is not 7-star characters here, but they're all level 77, 74, 76. So again, a little bit of a harder match than the first one, but not a competitive match, you know, by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll just take another look at this team and see how they do or fare in this match, and how far we can go with them here in GW on auto. Now, the engineer is not going to get to go first this time, and also the engineer already used that ability, so there's going to be a cooldown on that. I'm not sure how far into this that's going to carry over, but let's go ahead and give this a shot. We're going to go ahead and start off attacking Luminara because she seems to be the most dangerous out of the bunch here. You see, we got 100% turn meter again there because of the AoE. That's every time somebody does an AoE, that's 5 chances for B2 to get 100% turn meter. Again, got 100% turn meter, and because of that buff immunity on top of Kylo Ren, he wasn't able to get retribution, which is really cool. You see, now he can't. Okay, there was no healing immunity. That's from General Grievous, but still pretty cool. Now, again, this team is nowhere near ready, but I can see the makings of a good team going forward when we get to the point where everybody's maxed out and, you know, maxed abilities. You know, we could definitely have a dangerous combination there. These are all level 67 characters. Again, not much of a comp here, but let's go through it one more time. I just want to give you guys a good idea of what B2 looks like in battle. You know, because some of you might, you know, if you get them, you may want to use them in PvP. Some of you may just want to use them as a character in raids or in Galactic Wars. So I just want to give you an idea of what he looks like out there, and also what this team looks like in general. Alright, so we eliminated Qui-Gon Jinn there. Just removed all positive status effects on the team. General Grievous hits really hard. I don't even have an Omega on his basic yet. Once I do, General Grievous will hit really hard. Looks like we're going to lose IG-86 here. And Jawa Engineer. Okay, 86 is down. We're able to get the heal there. Oh, and he revived 86. That's another cool tool that the Jawa Engineer has, is he revives a character at 1 health. So, you know, then he heals. That's pretty cool. So, I mean, with a low-level team, a low-level comp. Now, if we face this team, we'd probably get obliterated. But just wanted to show you guys, you know, what the team could possibly do, you know, going forward. So when we're talking about, you know, a few weeks down the road here, once engineers maybe a little bit closer to 7 stars and all their gear levels are at, you know, closer to, you know, 9 or 10 Getting IG-86 to gear 11 will be really helpful too, and just getting all their abilities really leveled up will make that team a much more viable team. Now, I wanted to go over the Empire event here. Let's get in here and battle the Empire. Now, this team is relatively high level. I actually run Rebels in my, for my PvP team, so we're not going to have as much trouble getting through this, but we'll go through it. I'm going to put it on auto, and we'll get through it pretty quickly here, but we'll do some discussing about it as we go through it. You see, so initially the characters are not really high level. I mean, you're talking about low level, Imperial characters here that aren't going to, put a big hurting on you. The real problem people are having here is the fact, that it's, first of all, it's 8 rounds. So if you're not, working with a high level rebel team, it's going to be kind of difficult to get to the end. And then on top of that, once you're at the end, I wouldn't even say it's as difficult to get to the end, because I think most people are getting to the last match. But Palpatine and those Royal Guards at the end is really the big problem, because Palpatine basically one-shots a character, even with full protection, with his electric shock. So that can really put a hurting on you and kind of kill any any 1 or 2 guys you have left at that point if you're not running a maxed out rebel squad. With this particular team, because I have everybody's abilities maxed out, and in most cases Omega'd already, we're going to kind of deal with this in short order here, because there's just so much turn meter going around, and we're getting protection back after each battle. What I do like, though, is let me see if we get a chance to see it here in a moment, is that extra ability that they've added for the match. That retribution ability that gives you, well, that was not it. Let's see if we can slow this up here for a second and just show you this ability that looks like the retribution button here is pretty cool. Now we're with Akbar. You can see he's got retribution, offense up, critical chance up, and so right now he's got counterattack, plus 50% offense, plus 25% critical chance, and continuous healing each turn recovers health. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that new mechanic that they threw in there for this, and I wish that they would include it in more types of matches. I mean, I don't know, maybe future events that they're going to hold. I think that's a pretty cool mechanic that they threw in there, especially since you're going to be, facing 8 different waves of enemies. It definitely helps out a lot, I'm sure. Now, what's great about this Rebel team, really, is that there's just so much turn meter being passed around with, Hoth Rebel Scout giving turn meter with his basic, Akbar giving turn meter, getting turn meter with his basic, Han, reducing turn meter, giving turn meter, Han getting turn meter with his basic. There's just so much turn meter. And even Leia gives herself turn meter with every time she uses her basic. So when you have it Omega'd, so it's really cool. And there's just considering this is the turn meter meta right now, I would say the kind of replaced speed, which was the meta a little while ago. These teams that manipulate turn meter and give turn meter and take turn meter away are really going to dominate right now. And if you're not working on a Rebel team, it's definitely something you should work on. Most of these players, with the exception of Leia and Rex are free to play, so you can definitely get your um, Hoth Rebel Soldier, Hoth Rebel Scout, uh, Akbar, Stormtrooper Han, Biggs Darklighter, Luke Skywalker. All these characters are very easily obtainable, so it's definitely something you should work towards. Not if you're in the middle of working on something else, though. I mean, obviously, if you have a clear path or a clear goal already in mind, you want to stay focused on that. Um, let's claim that. Now, one last thing I wanted to discuss here was, really these raid rewards. Now, I don't know how many of you are coming across this, but every time we're done with a raid, it seems like we never get what we're looking for. It seems like almost every time the raid is done, you're either getting you know some pieces towards a furnace or a full furnace, and the furnaces are quite plentiful. It seems like the rarest pieces to get in the raids are even the hardest pieces to get. Period. Which are the design techs, the the droid callers. I mean, those droid callers. There's just so many people that need droid callers right now, and I know I had this rant about droid callers in one of my original videos, but I have since gotten one, and now I am sitting at a whopping. I need one more to get Akbar to gear 10, and I am sitting at a whopping 14 pieces towards a droid caller. So, um, with all the guild hopping going on, and we in our team have managed to stay intact. We haven't allowed guild hopping in our guild, and uh, whether it's considered not cheating or whether it's considered cheating, either way, we're just not going to be a part of it. So we haven't guild hopped, and because of that, I've kind of suffered a little bit because I'm not getting as much raid gear as I'd like. But I wish there was just some other way that they could possibly institute some extra options for getting droid callers, or I know they were discussing in the forums just recently. Um, Putting in or discussing or maybe coming up with some sort of solution for pre-crafting. Now, I don't think you can really fix pre-crafting. We're way past that at this point. But one way to me, and I don't care if the people that pre-crafted get more gear. I just want to get the gear that I need. So I'm not mad that anybody pre-crafted. I think that's very smart on their end for doing that, or on their part for taking care of having the foresight to do that. But I just wish there was a way for me to catch up a little bit, just so I could get a couple of characters leveled up that I need. So even if they came out with one event for, let's say the weekend, where we could get a droid caller each day, I mean, that would just be enough for me to hold over and kind of, put them on a couple of characters that need them. And, that would really just make my day and make me a lot happier. Go ahead and put Ray in here. That's really just my feelings about it. I mean, it's not that I think that it's unfair in any way, or anything like that. I just think that again, I just wish that I wish they created some way for us to deal with the fact that we're just not getting droid callers right off the bat. It would be a lot cooler if we were able to, just get a couple of them, just to hold us over for the initial part of this, these guild raids, and even PvP right now. I mean, I just would love to get this droid team going, and it seems like each one of them needs a droid caller, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get there until doesn't look like I'm going to get there for at least a couple of raids, because they're just not that plentiful. Let's see if I can get this done in under 2 minutes here. You can see the power of this rebel mixed team here. It's pretty awesome. When you get Rey to gear 10, I mean, she's just amazing. So she really helps any team. But yeah, no, I mean, just definitely happy about the way the game's going. I think, like I said, there's just a few things that could be added that could help out a little bit, but 37,000 ally points or ally tokens. I'd do a ally token video, but I've seen other people do that, and it's really super boring. So I'm just gonna one day just I'll record it on my phone when I do it, but if nothing interesting happens, I'm not gonna post it, because I mean, you're talking about just getting a bunch of yellow gear, and that's another thing I wanted to discuss as well. Actually, I was talking about this the other day. Why not give us some of this higher tier gear in the Bronziums? And I'm not saying raid gear. I'm just saying, I mean, at least some more drops on the purple gear. I mean, I'm at level 80 now. I don't need these white gears anymore, these clear gears. I mean, what I mean, give me some of the stuff that I really need. I mean, give me some Carbantes, in Bronzium. Give me some purple. Give me some of these. Give me some purple, holo projector salvage. Give me some purple, biotech implant salvage. I mean, give me some of this stuff, even if it's not necessarily the most necessary pieces. It's definitely way more necessary than the junk that you're getting out of Bronzium right now. I'll tell you the truth. I mean, you could they're pulling that entire 40,000. I'll probably get like 1 or 2 useful pieces out of it. Out of each thing. You'll get a lot of this. MK1 droid callers, 220 of them I have. You'll get a lot of this MK2 blast tech weapon mods. I have 188. You'll get MK1s, 153. Give us some more useful gear. As you level up. I mean, I understand when you're at level 20 or level 30, giving you the early game gear, but now I'm at a point where, I mean, listen, I got enough of this stuff, guys. Just give me, I can't sell it anymore. Just give me something that, that's going to help me. I only got 2 of those, but give me something that's going to help me moving forward. Something that's going to help me, with my characters now. I mean, I've seen, maybe out of all the Bronzium packs I've ever pulled, I've probably seen maybe 2 or 3 purple pieces ever. So I mean, just increase the drop rate at least. Something. That's just my thoughts on it. But you guys tell me what you think. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Leave any questions you have, or any things you'd like to see me do in my videos in the comments section below. If you get a chance, take a look at teamskunk.com. There's a link there to come into our Discord and come join us. You can PM me there if you have any questions, or if you have any things you'd like to talk about. Maybe you have questions about your team. There's a lot of great people there that have a lot of a large wealth of knowledge that can help you out and answer any questions that you have. People in our guild, people in other guilds. We have over 16 guilds in TeamSkunk, so there's a huge community, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So come join us. Even if you're in a different guild, you're welcome to come down and just chat with us, and we'd love to have you. But again, thanks guys for checking it out. If you like the video, let me know. If you don't like the video, let me know. But I'll definitely be putting up another one either way, and as far as that goes, may the RNG be ever in your favor, guys. Take care. Thanks.